in 1944 when a group of pastors wanted to get on radio. Another group said, no, we wanted to decide. The NRB met at Moody Church in Chicago and formed the National Religious Broadcasters Association.
Hi, and welcome to Ignite Voices. We have a special guest today. We have Troy Miller. He is the president and CEO of the NRB, and I'm so excited to be here because he is celebrating a special anniversary. So why don't you tell us about what the anniversary is?
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for having me. And this is NRB's 80th anniversary. NRB has been around for 80 years protecting the free speech rights of Christian communicators. So we started back in 1944 when a group of pastors wanted to get on radio. And short story, another group said, no, we wanted to decide. The NRB met at Moody Church in Chicago and formed the National Religious Broadcasters Association to fight for those free speech rights.
And so for those of you who don't know about NRB, why don't you tell them a little bit about what the organization does?
Yeah, so two main things we do. One, we advocate for Christian communicators, Christian broadcasters, folks that want to be in the public space to share the gospel or to disciple people or to do whatever God's called them to do. So we work on Capitol Hill a lot on legislation that's going through the House of Representatives or the Congress or the Senate. We work with the regulatory environments, especially with the Federal Communications Commission and the Federal Trade Commission, so that there's a fair regulatory environment for businesses and Christian communicators. Then we work a lot with what's going on through the court system. So we do a lot of what's called amicus briefs, so friend of the court briefs. So we come alongside certain cases that we know are going to be beneficial for Christian communicators. And then we help people network and sharpen and do what they do, what God's called them to do better.
And what I'm hearing is it's extremely powerful because you're going beyond the networking and bringing, which NRB is a great place for people to come meet like-minded people in media, but you're doing more than that. And I'm always for the more and the more powerful thing. And I hear that you were on a trip to Israel.
Yeah, so in December, I was able to go over on a support and solidarity trip to Israel. So this was not your normal Holy Land experience trip. This was to go over and see what happened on October 7th. So when Hamas attacked Israel, they attacked several of the small communities that were along the Gaza border. We visited those communities. We met with survivors. We visited with people that were displaced out of those communities. And one of the toughest things we met with were some of the families of the hostages that are still being held. There's still 135 hostages being held by Hamas.
Wow. Lord, bring them home. That's all I can say. Amen. Is we're agreeing for Lord, bring them home. And I mean, I know you don't have too much time here, but I just want to get your heart for NRB this year. What is God showing you for your focus and vision for 2024?
So we've really been talking about the future a lot, what the future is. And NRB is really working to be proactive to protect the rights of Christian communicators, churches, whoever really God has called the public space. That's but really another big thing that's on our heart. There's a lot going on to tear our country apart today, and unity is a big issue for us. The church, Jesus in his what's often called his upper room discourse in John, found in John, the late chapters of John, he really called the disciples together to be unified as he and the Father were unified. So unity is a big move for us this year.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I know you have another appointment here, but I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you for this great event where we can all come together in like minds and in unity. And this is kingdom business here, okay? This is the media mountain, and this is even, we go to the different levels of politics, and they're doing it all here. It's a great place to meet people. So come out to the NRB. It is the largest. I always say it is the
largest conference of Christian communicators, Christian broadcasters that happens in the United States for the entire year.
And because everything we do is with a purpose, and we do want to talk about the event, but we're going to wrap it up. But I just want to say, what can you tell to the people who are watching? What is something they can do, since you have a heart for Israel? What is something they can do proactive to just help out the situation at all?
Well, first and foremost, pray. Be praying for peace in Israel. Pray for the people in Israel. Pray for the communities that are trying to be put back together. Second, support Israel. There's a lot going on that's really putting pressure on Israel to be the one that, quote unquote, surrenders. And Hamas needs to be the one that surrenders, and the hostages need to come home. So support Israel.
So thank you so much for watching. I'm EmmaSara. We're Ignite Voices. Remember, y'all go out and blaze change. Thanks for watching.
Look at me now. Look at me now. I wonder if I made you